Hey students. Okay, so I just got in from walking my dog and I wanted to I started doing these stretches because my hip was like I half walked the dog and I half run the dog. So as I was doing these stretches, I'm like, I need to just make this recording because these are 4 stretches that I want you to learn and like use for the rest of your life. Before you do stretches, get a glass of water, even if it's just, this is not a big glass, but before any activity, and stretching is a physical activity, get some water. Okay, so I already did one half of my body. Doing everything on both sides of your body equally will help balance out everything, your whole life. I got one more time. You can watch me first. I think I'm gonna turn this way. Just better. Let's see. I'll do it both directions. All right, so I pulled my yoga mat. I had to put the dog in the kennel because he was attacking me. So, yoga mat is good to have. Roll down through your spine. All right, balance out your body. So you're picking shoulders off the ground, picking hips off the ground, and feeling like equally balanced on both sides of your body. Let your feet go straight. All right, now everything is about breathing in and out through the nose. The inhale always comes like as you're getting ready to go into the stretch, and then the exhale comes when you're doing the actual stretch. Okay, so I'm about to put my knee to my chest. So I'm going to inhale first, bring all this air to my lungs through my nose. Rock into that equally, and now I'm going to exhale. I'm pulling my knee to my chest, but I'm also thinking about the opposite that's going on here, and that's extending this leg, left leg, all the way out, leg flat on the ground, toes up in the air. Okay. Sometimes I roll the ankles around just to loosen that up. Okay. Now my next stretch, I'm going to take my leg straight up, or for you it might be out, but I'm going to try and make it straight. So I'm going to inhale first, and as I extend my heel up to the ceiling, I'm going to start to exhale. As it starts to get tight, exhale more. Okay. You may not be able to straighten it. Notice I always rock my hips. I try and balance it out. So you may not be able to straighten it right now. So take another inhale. You can hold on to it here. And I want you to reach for your toes. So you're going to inhale first. And as you exhale, push your heel back up to the ceiling and pull your toes towards your nose and see if you can grab them. And I'm also rocking, this right leg back and forth a little bit as I exhale. Trying to straighten it out. You might not be able to. You may not be able to get where I am. That's where a band is good to have, like to extend your reach right here. Like if you had a band, you could pull those toes towards you. Do I have a band? Hold on. Any kind of a band, but hold on. So I have different kinds of bands. This is a band that broke while we were using it on cement. Normally they don't break, so I just cut it in half. So you could use this. It would be a great thing to use. So just because a band breaks, don't throw it out. This is that same band, but the full one. Even if you don't have a band, like even if you have a jump rope, a belt, okay? This is a band I use for my shoulders, so yeah, I could use this. And then this is like a strip of band. Not as strong, but still could be used. Okay, so I'm going to use this one that I ended up cutting, or it broke, so I just kept it. Again, I roll down, do my spine. So if I'm not as flexible, I'm going to take this band I could use it here. Okay. So I inhale first and exhale, pull my knee to my chest. But again, you got to think the opposite thing of going that way too with the other foot. All right, now I inhale. And as I exhale, push my heel to the ceiling. I want to make sure this band is on the ball of my foot right there. Push my heel up to the ceiling and pull my toes towards my nose. Okay, this way, if you're not as flexible, you still can straighten up that leg and pull the toes to your nose without having to have all that stress of trying to reach it with your hands. Okay, and you can adjust it however you want. You could even rock it a little bit. You know, you can inhale, exhale, push the heel to the ceiling. You can move through it. You know. All right, now the next one. So this is the second one. Here's the third one. So I'm holding the band here. Take my left hand, put on my left hip. Okay, that leg is still straight. Left leg is still straight on the floor. Left shoulder, left hip, left knee, left heel, all on the floor. Okay, now I'm going to inhale first. Always inhale first through the nose. As I exhale, I'm going to let the right leg drop out to the side and open up this whole hip area. Okay, based on your flexibility is where you hold this. But I'm also trying to push this left hip. See how it rocks off the floor? Right? I want to push that left hip back into the floor. So I'm trying to put my left glute down into the ground. I'm trying to extend out through the left foot, extend out through my head, but also extend out through my right heel. So I'm letting my heel push out and pull my toes towards my nose. And just letting that leg drop out is where you might be here. Okay? Hopefully you're a little further. But again, these are observations you take of yourself or where you are as far as your flexibility or your fitness. Okay? All right, now we're going to do the opposite of this, which is taking this leg all the way over to the left side. So inhale first. Pull your knee in so your leg comes all the way across to the right side. You can actually get rid of this. Use your hand. Push this knee across your body. You may have to adjust in your hip a little bit over here, so I just push my leg down and adjust. Right arm goes out, left knee drops over. I'm looking at my right arm. I take an inhale, and I exhale as I look at my right hand, trying to drop my right shoulder to the floor. Inhale and exhale. I'm going to inhale, put my knee into my chest. Exhale, drop it away. Again, put your feet down, push your hips up in the air, readjust everything before you do the opposite side. Okay? So you need to use a band or a belt or something. Get out of my video. Hurry up. Sorry. Okay. So if I need it, put it in here. Now I'm laying the right shoulder, right hip, right knee, right ankle, all the way down. Okay, and you're going to inhale first through your nose. As you exhale, pull the knee into the chest, keep it lined up. All the left side is lined up, all the right side is lined up. If you don't need the band, go ahead and pull on the knee. All right, if that's easy for you, you can go into the next stretch. If not, stay there a little bit longer, keeping this whole right side on the floor. Inhale first. Fill your lungs with air, and as you exhale, push the heel up to the ceiling. And right away, I feel tightness in my hamstrings. So I'm going to take it slow as I exhale, and I'm pulling the band, so my foot is coming towards me, and my knee is coming towards me. You might be here, and this may hurt like the dickens. Don't judge yourself off of me. Inhale. You may want to bend your knee on the inhale. Exhale, push heel up to the ceiling. Pull your toes towards you. I'll be done in a second if you want to wait. Okay. So now we're going out to the left. We're dropping this whole leg out to the left, but we want to keep this right hip on the floor. So we're going to inhale again. You can even bend your knee a little bit. Inhale. And as you exhale, let that whole left foot drop way out to the side, keeping your whole right side on your body as you exhale. And while you're here, you just inhale and exhale as many times as you need to. I Always pushing that hip into the floor. Don't let this come up like this. Okay? Keep that heel on the floor. These toes, like I'm pushing my heel out that way. I'm thinking I'm going this way, like this length, opposite length, and then also letting that hip open up. Okay? Now, last one, you're going to take an inhale, let knee into the chest, let yourself roll over, dropping everything to the right. I always adjust. I'll take this right hand, put it on top of my knee, and now I'm looking over to the left and looking, dropping my left shoulder out here. So inhale first, and as I exhale, I let everything twist. I'm reaching my left hand out. I'm looking that way, but I'm also pushing lightly on this right, with the right hand on the left knee. Take an inhale, fill your lungs with air. Exhale, let everything stretch. When you feel like you've had enough, you bring your knee in on your inhale. Put both feet down again. Push your back into the ground. Push both hips up into the air. Drop everything down. Maybe pull your knees into the chest. And then roll it. Okay? So there's going to be lots of times that, either I tell you to do those 4 stretches, or if you just need to, I do that before I go to bed every night. Okay. Lesson in flexibility.